Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am, of course, your host, Aaron, and this is the episode that almost did not happen because it is a Walmart drop today. It is Wednesday, I think, and I am in line on my other computer, and it's been about like 2 hours and I have not gotten through. So I do not think I'm going to get anything, but let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. All right, so we have something else coming up tomorrow, and that is the Eccc Emerald City Comic Con, and it is for all of Funko Pops. And what Funko Pops are going to be there? Well, I'm going to name some of them, and I'm going to tell you whether I'm going to get them or whether or not I'm not going to get them. Now, I did mention on a prior video that there was one Funko Pop I was going to get, and if you remember, I will give you an but I don't think you're going to remember, so you are probably going to get a down. All right, so the first one, which is, I'm going to say it, and I know you guys are going to be like, what the fuck, Aaron? It's a Demon Slayer Funko Pop, and it is Muzan. Can't pronounce that last name. I'm sure there will be haters, if anyone watches this video, who bash me for saying the last name improperly. Muzan is the fucking bad guy, the main protagonist or antagonist. I think it's protagonist. And he's husky. He's a demon. I can't reveal much more about that because people who have not finished the story will bitch and moan. You got Pongo from 101 Dalmatians. This is one of the Funko Pops you had to enter in advance to get one of these limited edition chances at Pongo. And it's a facet collection, so it looks absolutely like trash. Just looks like trash. You have a Baldur's Gate something Shadowheart. That was also an entry one. I think that's like a 5,000 count, maybe, give or take. Now, Funko had a bunch of Funko Pops that you had to put in entries because they're limited edition. And hopefully they're not going to do this at the next con at New York and San Diego. Though I'm sure they're going to do it, and it pissed me off. And then they have another one, which is a Brass Dragon Wormling. I don't know where it's from. If you know where it's from, congratulations. I don't, and to be quite frank, I don't give a shit. Now, did I put in any of, my chances or entries in any of these Funko Pops? Yes. I did put one for this Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate because they've been really plastering this Funko Pop on Instagram, on Twitter, or X, what is it now? And I just like, oh, okay, you got my attention, Funko Pop. What is so great about you? Let's see what you're all about. Plus, my buddy, JR, who I used to play EverQuest 2 with, he plays Baldur's Gate. I'm sure he'll like the Funko Pop. Maybe I'll surprise him for his birthday or some shit like that. That won't happen either. All right, then we have a Superman, and it has like a little thought bubble coming out, or a speech bubble coming out, and it says, "This looks like a job for Superman." And then he's like opening his chest and shit. As you know, I do have pictures that I'm looking at on the paper right here. You can see them right here, because I am not going to put them up in the corner over there. So bring them in with your eyeballs and drink it in, as Chris Jericho would say. Superman, I didn't put in any entries for that guy. Really didn't want him, didn't really care. But what I did put in some entries for was the next guy on our list, and it is the Batmanga. That's right, the Batman, which is in black and white. It's not the colorful one because there is another colorful one, which is also limited piece count. But the other manga Batman, I believe, was 250 or 500, and the other Batman that wasn't black and white, or maybe I just fucked that up, people. The black and white one's the one I want. I don't want the one that's all colored. That one's a larger set, and the other one's a limited edition. Either or, I don't really give a shit if I get the Batman, or Superman, or the Dragon, or the Shadow. I don't really care if I get any of these so far that I named. I don't care. Now, they did have a Wolverine, the classic unmasked one. I think he's wearing the blue and yellow suit from the 1997 version of the X-Men. I could be wrong, could be right, I don't know. Does anyone care? I'm going to say no one gives a flying fuck whether or not I'm right or wrong. If you did, you wouldn't be listening to 8 Minutes with Aaron, because you know that my information is not always accurate. But the Wolverine, he's looking cool. He's the last dude on this page, and here's the first 8 that I talked about, because we do have another page right here with 3 more on there. I wish I didn't drop that paper all dramatically, because I'm sure I wanted to review them in the end, give them an up or a down, and now that's just done. I can't do it. Can't do it with that paper. All right, and on the final page, whoa, I didn't know they got a Punisher coming out. Punisher's looking cool. This guy right here, this one right here, Punisher. Yeah, he looks like Ash from the Evil Dead, so if you want another Ash from the Evil Dead that looks like Punisher in Punisher clothing, go grab that one. And they have Frankie with the Black Rhino FRU4. Dude, Frankie, I'm sorry that these aren't in color because my printer only prints in black and white, like normal printers, unless I had a colored printer. Yeah, and this one's pretty husky. I'm going to definitely get Frankie. I don't know if I'm going to purchase it on the Funko Pop site. Though I did, you know, kind of hesitate with the Brook. And what's the other one that I fucked up with? Leopard Dude. That his name is like right in front of me. I can see his face. And I can't remember his fucking face. And I know he's behind me. I know he's in cheetah form. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe that's his fucking name. Oh my god. Oh, Rob Lucci. Yeah, Rob Lucci. That's the guy I was thinking of. Rob Lucci. And yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll buy them real quick. And not fuck around. Also, with that Attache I screwed around. I said I was going to go to New York Comic Con, not buy anything, and I got screwed. And then the last one on here is a Core Yummy. I don't fucking know. Do you know where it's from? I do not. Now, if you get all these Funko Pops, on the other page, it did say that it's a value compiled together is $280. I believe it's probably like 15 bucks a Funko Pop, and I don't think there's any big boppers out there. But they're all the limited edition, so I do not think you're going to be able to get the limited edition ones if you're not, you know, getting in the draft or the raffle or the email or whatever you're going to get. So that's kind of shitty. So that means everyone's probably going to go on the page, try to get Frankie, buy them all up, because I'm sure you can buy 4 or 5 or 27 at a time, because Funko is just fucked up with this shit. And then I won't get a Frankie, and I'm going to have to go on the aftermarket and pay an arm and a leg, as I'm probably going to have to do with the Zorro. Funko is really not handing me any W's. They're giving me a bunch of L's, and I'm only trying to collect the fucking one-piece Funko Pops. I haven't collected any of the new Narutos. I haven't collected any of the new fucking Dragon Ball Super ones that came out. So, you know, like, give me a break. Give me a break, Funko. I mean, just give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that. Dun, dun, dun. That's from The Office, remember? You know, what's his face? Couldn't remember. Like, I can't remember names. What the fuck was... Andy Kermit. Break me off with that. Dun, dun, dun. Nope. You know, we're not going to talk about another show. Anyway, we are going to give some ups and downs. I said ups and downs. The ones that I can remember. Moves on. Up. Boulder Gate. Up. Batman. Down. Black and White Batman. Up. Superman. Down. Dalmatian, down. The Kugumu, down. The Punisher, up. Frankie, One Piece, up. And I can't remember any of the other ones. Oh, Wolverine. Nah, you know what? Let's give that guy an up too. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time with more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. I'll see y'all later. Bye.